Alright, welcome back for this, recover, we gotta hack the Advent vehicle, whatever mission. It's a Guerrilla Ops. It is our second mission. I'm gonna be doing a voiceover commentary on this one because my mic was muted during the creation of this mission. So forgive me for that, but
Heading to that location.
mistakes were made. I'm skipping ahead a little bit to save a little bit of time on the video, maybe. I believe at the briefing I was explaining, while my mic was muted, I was explaining that I changed all the colors of the guns to black off camera. Also, I gave Bob some more rangery looking armor. I gave him the Resistance Warrior armor or whatever, and he looks a little more rangery, where in the last campaign he was a specialist.
Although they bear some resemblance
and we spot a sectoid pod here.
During the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever.
It's interesting that Tigan triggers now rather than in the first mission, because we killed that sectoid in the first mission on a full Overwatch. Like, he never got to be alive during our turn, so maybe that's why Tigan didn't trigger. I also reduced the beginner VO, which doesn't seem to have any effect on the game, as far as I can tell. Unfortunately, that sectoid pod went away from us, or at least we can't see it right now. But yeah, they went a little bit away from us. And we're not going to be able to engage it this turn solo. I mean, the objective is always or the goal, not the objective, but the goal is always to engage one pod at a time. So anytime you see only one pod, you should try to just barely move at all and just engage on it out of your concealment. Also, with phantom scouting, you never want to conquer too much ground in a turn. So now we see the second pod. The first pod, I believe, was just a sectoid and a trooper. Now we see the second pod, which is...
We have positive confirmation of the target package. Move to acquire.
Thanks, Bradford. I'm not sure how the audio is going to come out on this one, since it's a little different. But the second pod is a officer and 2 troopers. We also do not have a specialist with us on this mission, so that tower is unhackable. Which also means we need to get in melee range with that objective to hack it. Now, fortunately, it put us really close to the truck. So time is not really an issue. The issue here is I want to engage one pod at a time. So right now, I'm just sort of looking at the cover spots and what the range is on my moves.
Rolling.
And I think I'm gonna set up. Yeah, this is me setting up for hopefully that Advent patrols into me and that sectoid patrols away from me, and I can engage on this 3-man pod. But then this sectoid walks right into it, and now that's not the play. I don't have enough resources. I only have 4 squad members. I think I have 2 grenades, because I brought a medkit and a flashbang on this mission. So I have 2 grenades, I have no grenadier. So there's just no feasible way for me to engage 5 enemies in one turn, and not get somebody killed. Oh, I do have a grenadier in the back. So I have 3 grenades, but I can only fire 2. I think I'm just missing a specialist on this mission, and Chris is our rookie. I have the other 3. Yeah, I took 1 wound on Fedellen myself in the opener. Sorry, I'm a couple episodes ahead, so it's hard to refresh my memory on exactly what was going on, because I was having fun and I just want to keep playing. Let me just ensure I am recording, because I actually did this once without recording. There we go. Well, let's open that back up. Okay, so now my plan is to engage the sectoid pod this turn, because we need to start fighting with 6 turns until container detonation. We don't want to put ourselves in a position where we have to just rush that objective and possibly get somebody killed. So I'm checking the cover spots, checking the line of sight for an engagement on this sectoid pod. I think I'm checking the range right now. Yeah, I'm checking the diagonals for a double frag grenade activation. I think I missed it. I haven't been watching too carefully, but I was checking to see if Josh could open up, and Josh does not have line of sight to them right now because of the awkward position of that car and that billboard. So there's just heavy cover in the way. I wanted to open up with Josh taking like a kill on the trooper. It's with his 4 to 6 damage on a sniper rifle. Really good for opening up with a kill, especially on a 2-man pod. But that's just not feasible. So I decided that Sam from this position is my only real way to engage them this turn. And I want to engage them this turn because I don't want everything to patrol together and I have to, again, fight the 5-man. Sam starts off with our grenade, which did not roll the 4 damage on the trooper. It actually rolled both 3s. So that puts us in an unfavorable position again. So I have 3 actions. They're both in heavy cover. So I'm just checking my options. I have Bob, who's already moved. I have Chris with a single grenade, who has already moved. And I don't even have the range on that grenade there. To hit the back trooper, I can only set the car on fire. Which in hindsight, maybe I should have set the car on fire with Sam's grenade. I didn't even think of this at the time, but yeah, I should have definitely set that car on fire, because I wasn't planning on using it this turn, since I've taken most of my move actions already. So we're going to go ahead and take... This could change everything if I nail this shot with 35%, but it didn't, so...
Missed the target.
It doesn't change anything. Now I'm going to go try this grenade, which, at the time of recording, I did not know that the range wasn't going to work. Oh no, I'm going to take this 34% with Bob first, which also misses.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
So now my backup plan is to grenade, and then I realize that I don't have the range on said grenade. You know, I think I saw it there. I think I saw it if you like clip into that car from a different angle. I thought I saw the grenade. But regardless, my conclusion was I cannot hit this grenade, especially since I've already moved. Now I'm thinking of blowing the car up, but I can't because it's not on fire. So I'm just going to put up Overwatch and hope that trooper moves first. And Chris can pick him up. The sectoid's not really an issue to take a turn. But then that sectoid, of course, takes his action first. Oh, they're right. He only moved 1 square. And he mind controls Josh, which isn't too bad. Like, normally you'd say that's worse than a panic, but at the same time, a panic, like, completely loses your action. Mind control, you have a chance to get it back if you kill said sectoid, but... Okay, so now we're in a really careful engagement. We know there's a pod right around the backside of that objective truck. We got 5 turns until the detonation. We have time to sort this out. And I totally forgot to commentate on Sam getting shot there. And Chris's Overwatch not even mattering because they're both sitting in heavy cover. So they didn't have a reason to move. The flashbang, we could flashbang and get the mind control back, but that uses our action up. So that we only have 3 actions to kill 2 enemies, wasting 1, and just to get like Josh's action. Josh isn't going to be able to kill really anything because he can't run up on the flank of that trooper with his pistol, and he's just shooting into heavy cover again. He's getting those 35%. So saving his action isn't really feasible. So I'm moving. I moved into the flank with Sam, and I took the 80% shot, and he went ahead and missed that for me, which really sucks because he had a grenade that could have done that, but he was the only one in position to really take that flank safely. He's the only one to take that flank safely because here, I'm gonna move the mouse here. Like I wanted to keep my engagement behind this line. Hopefully you can see my mouse. It'd be the white mouse. I wanted to keep my engagement behind this line. I was pointing that out in the video because I think this is like the LOS
Headed there now.
of that other pod. So I'm being really careful because if I activate that other pod, we're pretty much dead. We'd have to evac and save our soldiers because the objective is just not worth our soldiers. And there again, I'm trying this grenade again, which, oh, this is me moving up for the grenade. I'm not gonna waste any more resources on this trooper. I've taken 3 shots on him. I'm trying to line up the grenade that hits both, but it's impossible, as I know now, because it's not a grenadier. Sam's grenade could have hit both, but unfortunately we took the flank shot with him. It's 80% that we missed. So I'm done wasting resources on this trooper. I am getting rid of him. And now we're seeing if we don't want to waste the flashbang. This is our first pod. It's a pod of 2. So we're gonna check to see what Bob's role is on this, and I'm moving him back here because I am really scared of. So it's a 44% now. If I take away his heavy cover, it should be like an 84. With close range bonus, maybe like a 90, and it's a 4 to 6 damage with probably 50% crit. So that was some guesswork done ahead. I'm actually guessing right now. So I need the crit here, and I'm gonna go for this 90%, 50% crit. I'm gonna go for the shot, and he got it. I'm checking that achievement. You get an achievement for killing a sector who's mind controlling somebody. Okay, so now we have Josh's action back. I think we're just gonna Overwatch him here because there's no reason to move forward. And that car's gonna blow up because I set it on fire. Okay, so there's still that pod back there, and we have 4 turns. So we pretty much need to advance. But I want the loot. In hindsight, maybe the loot can wait a turn. Foreshadowing there. Because it's still got 2 turns on it. There's no reason to rush for that loot. No matter what it is, it's not worth activating, probably, in a bad position. But I'm going to go ahead and check this anyways. Because I think at this time they moved on. And uh-oh, they're not a patrol. They're just like sentrying right here. I was banking on the fact that they patrolled off into the darkness, and they did not. Now that trooper set up in an easily flankable spot. In fact, he's already flanked. And then these other two, both the troopers are easily flankable. The officer is in heavy cover, and we can't really flank him. We do not want him to mark and then shoot. That is the one thing that could get somebody just annihilated, even if they're in full cover. So I'm not sure how much that mark does, but I don't think I've really seen anybody miss after the mark. So I want to put Chris in heavy cover, but then he won't be able to get a shot. And that spot is the other heavy cover in the lamppost there. Yeah, it's definitely flankable from that heavy cover over there. So Chris's action is probably up to the half cover. Bob's action, unfortunately, is either to slash or just get out. Sam's action is going to be probably the frag grenade on that officer to make sure, that's our last grenade by the way, to make sure that that officer has to move.
Moving out.
Alright, so we're going to take this heavy cover and we're going to use our last grenade. And this car won't explode, by the way. Unfortunately, I didn't move up far enough to hit the trooper. So we're just going to have to blow his cover. But also, there was no really good cover spot that I can move up to get the trooper. So this was like the best cover spot I could take. Now Bob, I'm not gonna, oh, I don't risk the slash, by the way. I bring Bob back. So Chris is gonna move up, and then I got 2 shots here on flanked targets. Chris has equal percentages on both. They both have 4 HP now. Josh has a 75% on the officer, and that's the more high value target. So I'm going to take this 75%. And Josh nails it for us.
Enemy eliminated.
Now Chris is safe to take this. Well, he was going to take 1 shot anyway. He's going to take a 65 on the trooper here. And nothing. Can't expect XCOM to give you 65% shots if they don't give you 80% shots, right? So Bob is going to move back into cover. And I think I want to move into a spot that flanks this other trooper, so he has to move. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have. Like, if you think about it, that trooper, if he moves, he's likely to take a better cover spot because he was in a very poor cover spot. And this, he didn't actually take a better cover spot. He walked up and shot Chris on a good angle, low cover. And then this one took full cover and overwatches. So they're really pinning us down in this little corner here. We got 3 turns for the container detonation, as Bradford is explaining to us right now.
Get to the vault and disarm it before we run out of time.
So we're in a dire situation. We're assuming there's a 3rd pod on the map as well. There's no reason not to assume there's 3 pods, especially when there's 3 pods in like the starting mission on Legendary. So my flashbang doesn't quite reach. But I think I'm gonna have to kill one of these troopers. Well, I have to kill them both this turn, right? But there's no feasible way to do it. Right now I'm contemplating evac. But to evac, I'm gonna need to run into that truck.
Rolling.
And at this point, I didn't think the Overwatch was gonna see me. I didn't forget about the Overwatch. I was almost certain the Overwatch wasn't going to see me. And Bob gets shot because of it. See, that's how Bob looks now. He looks pretty cool.
Enemy eliminated.
So I was moving up Bob for the 100%. I wanted to eliminate that target and then possibly start running people into that truck to do the mission objective. And I'm going to let Josh take this 35% shot because I have no real other options. Because I can't run up and flank him with risk of activating like the last pod or anything else really. So now I'm thinking Hunker Chris because he's the only one in low cover. And then we could probably Overwatch with Sam. And with no good targets, that Trooper's probably going to move. So I'm reloading on Sam, and then I'm going to take my Overwatch. And he's running. He's actually running to the other pod, and Sam, thank God, nails his shot.
Enemy down. About to get burned to a crisp.
And he's not going to get burned to a crisp. That card exploded. Alright, so 2 turns. We're measuring the distance. Bob can't even activate that this turn, so we need to move him in that truck. We're going to take the heavy cover. If I can click the tile, I remember this tile was like bugged out and I wasn't able to really click on it. Don't bear with me, eventually I get it. It's probably like a whole minute here. Oh, there we go.
Moving to position.
And battle music, he activates.
On an advent position.
It's 2 troopers in a sectoid. Really bad news. And they picked like really good cover too. One takes high ground sectoid, takes full cover, and the other one's behind like that car. So earlier I was thinking run up in this car. Well, yeah, now I'm gonna run up inside of this car and hide. That's our only option. Then we can hit the objective and we can evac next turn. And that's really the only play here, especially with no ammo on Josh. Josh can't even take a shot. No grenades on anybody. We can't knock him out of this heavy cover. We can't even blow up that car with a grenade. So, yeah. It didn't take me very long to decide that I'm going to hide in this truck. And they're not smart enough to just shoot this truck and blow it up. I mean, we can't even... XCOM can't even just shoot trucks to blow it up. So I'm thinking this is a pretty safe call. Josh can't make it to the truck. Now I'm measuring like where I'm going to put my evac zone. I'll put it probably like right outside that truck. So I want Josh to be able to reach that. And I'm going to put him in half cover then. And then hunker down. Just to ensure that, I know nobody's in line of sight of him, but just to ensure that nobody just pops over the side there and takes him down. So my play next turn, my planned play is just to hit the objective and evac.
Menace 1-5, you're almost out of time. The detonator is about to blow.
So I'm gonna hit the objective with my person who can run out the furthest with the blue move. It doesn't end the turn. Doing the objective does not end the turn. It's just a 1 action. And I'm gonna go for the 5% on enemy protocol. Cause hey, if he gets it and he turns into a specialist, that's nice, isn't it? Nah, we weren't even really hoping for that. Alright, so we're deciding right now where to put the evac zone. And I think I want to put the evac zone like right next to them. So let's check to see if Josh can reach that. Yeah, Josh can reach that. So I put the evac zone right there. I'm able to like, and I'm just gonna double check here that Josh can reach that. I'm pretty sure. I double check. Yeah, I double check this. I keep hitting escape to like deselect him, but I don't know why I do that. So we're gonna put it here so we can take some parting flank shots on our little friends here. And here I make a mistake. look at all of our HP. We have 3 wounds on everybody. And I'm deciding who to move with. But also note that any one of those could be on Overwatch and just kill somebody. So I should have moved with Josh first because he has full HP. But luckily, none of them are on Overwatch. At this point, I realize, oh crap, one of them could have gone on Overwatch and I could be dead right now. And I'm explaining while my mic is muted that I should have just moved with Josh. And then I realize an interesting dilemma here.
Affirmative. Moving out.
I could kill both these troopers. So Bob has a 100% chance to kill one of these troopers. If I kill both of these troopers, that sectoid is likely to just make a zombie or panic somebody or mind control somebody, and that's okay with me. That's just fine. So before we take this risk, let's get don't reload. Let's get Josh and Chris into the evac zone. So like literally nothing can go wrong. We can just evac. Trying to deselect him by hitting escape again. When I was checking Chris's and Josh's shots, Josh can't even shoot. Like, he can walk up for maybe a pistol shot. But that's just not feasible. So we're gonna move in here. And then, so we can all evac. We can all evac. That's the main thing here. This is safe. So we're gonna take the one that's not 100% for Bob, the 84% with Sam. And if this hits, we've successfully killed both troopers because Bob has 100%.
Target disabled.
So I'm kind of waffling here. I'm still not 100% on my strategy. If I'm gonna stay to see if the sectoid's gonna shoot us or mind control somebody, but I'm definitely taking this shot.
No longer a threat.
I'm not sure how long I take here. Maybe I've already decided. Looking at the objectives, maybe I pull Chris out just in case, but then we can just pick up the package or whatever if he gets killed. So I'm gonna go. I want the corpses, so I'm gonna go ahead and secure this zone. I'm gonna let the sectoid take a shot, or sectoid take a psi ability. Yeah, I'm still kind of waffling around here, like, oh, and then I end turn. And he dashes into full cover. And goes for a psi panic or mind control? Mind control. Josh gets mind controlled for the second time during this mission. But that's okay. I mean, that's not that bad. He didn't even have any ammo. What's he gonna do? Like, Josh's action would have been walk up and pistol shoot. So this is an ideal target. So now our plan is a go. We're measuring Sam's distance. He can walk inside this window and probably take like an 85%, 80 or a 90% point blank minigun shot. It's gonna do 4 damage. And Bob has to take a slash here, which is a 91%. And this sectoid hasn't raised a zombie yet, so he's probably going to raise a zombie if this all fails. He's going to walk into cover and raise a zombie. So I took the slash with Bob, hits for 8 damage. Okay, let's just walk up, since we're already committed.
Heading there now.
There's no reason not to do this. And go ahead and finish off this sectoid with a little minigun action from Sam with his new role. Hopefully we can keep alive this time, eh?
Target neutralized.
I just said A. I'm not from Minnesota, I swear.
Status
Canada.
confirmed.
I don't even know what that
All
is.
hostiles are down and the area is secure.
So we took 3 wounds. It's still an excellent rating, but
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
we were able to bring home the corpses, which is 2 sectoid corpses, like 4 trooper corpses, and an officer corpse, something like that. The most damage and most attacks goes to Bob. Most under fire was Sam. And we got 3 wounds, so that's not looking good for our Ironman legendary. We're still gonna have to take rookies on missions, probably, unless there's a long period here. But Chris looks happy. Josh is the only one that doesn't come out of that with a wound. I'm just gonna skip ahead here, since I can. Whoops. Alright, we've got a promotion on Bob. We're gonna give him Phantom for sure. He's wounded for 9 days. I see that now. So we're gonna give him Phantom. And we're gonna give Shredder to Sam, because that's pretty standard. Right now I'm explaining I'm not gonna mess around with roles, that I'm not comfortable with. So I'm not gonna mess around with the Blade Master at all. So we're just gonna use Phantom Shotgunners. We're gonna use Gunslingers, Snipers. We're gonna use probably 1 Shooty Grenadier, 1 Salvo Grenadier, and we're gonna use a Combat Hacker Specialist and a Psyop. That's gonna be our main team, and everybody else is just gonna fill in roles. It's a pretty good loot there. I got I got a laser sight, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and skip all these cutscenes.
Hello, Commander.
We're making progress, Commander. I've updated our objectives based on the latest findings.
Chris is shaken there after that wound. We got our engineer. Low supplies, that's fine. So we got our engineer. We can start excavating. I'm mapping out my path here. I think I'm gonna take the alien debris and just go straight down into that power coil, so we can get an early power relay up from power coil. Check our barracks here. Look at our wounds. 24 days from our ranger there, or from Chris, and then I'm still on 33 days. So we're looking at our next mission being just a sharpshooter and 3 rookies. Tucker's still in there hoping to be a psyop.
Local resistance forces in the area can get you into the
Black site is unlocked.
To make contact with their network first. This is only the beginning.
I think we'll take those rookies over gain intel, because our roster sure could use a boost. Just some extra hands to throw into missions would be ideal. And nothing happens from that. 3 rookies though, that's going to help our roster out substantially. No names I recognize from that.
Course for East Asia.
I think all our names that we recognize are actually, we can recruit right now with supplies, but we just don't have the supplies to be able to do that. Well, that's done.
Added.
That's alien biotechs. We're going to be able to get our advanced warfare center up. Eventually, we're going to be able to start building it soon anyway. So let's look at our research. Mag weapons too far out. Grab that intel. I mean, that's 21 days. That's probably not feasible. Hybrid materials, don't want to do that yet. That's like plated armor. I think I'm going to go for the officer autopsy to try to get like a proving grounds, maybe. And that's actually what I decide. I'm sure I waffle around for a little bit here. I think I'm contemplating between resistance communications and the autopsy. I want to have access to that black site, like in case the avatar timer or progress skyrockets out of control. Need to get some water after this. Holy, I'm talking a lot louder doing this commentary than actually being in it. So I'm going to do the officer autopsy so we can get the proving grounds building as soon as possible.
From my own experience, Advent.
That way we're going to be able to get like some ammo types for our gunslinger. I'm not valuing the experimental grenades or like an exosuit or Well, we are going to value like a spider suit and getting some ammo types. Alright, so we got an extract the VIP from Advent City. Operation Diamond Fist. It's going to give us a scientist and intel. We desperately need that scientist, and intel is always a nice bonus. Luckily, Bob made it out of the sick bay. And we're going to bring Tucker and some other rookie. I think I'm deciding who to take. I was gonna go grab someone who name I recognize, but I don't have supplies for that, and we're playing a legendary Ironman, so probably not gonna do that. So we're just gonna take the first name at the top, which is Constance Mercier. Mercier? Not sure. It's French. And I'm sorry, Tucker. I realize this now. I didn't realize while I was recording this. But I was going to save you for a PSYOP. But I'm going to take you on a mission here. So you're going to be something other than a PSYOP this campaign. And I think yeah, this is where I'm explaining. I am getting rid of the medkit. And I'm just going to go offense here. Medkit's not providing us with any value. Because there's no time where I have to, like with these mission timers is what I was on. With the mission timers, like there's no time for me to sit down and heal for a turn. Here I'm looking at my who I want to put the scope on. That's my plan. Right there. And I'm gonna put the scope on my sniper. It's a 5% scope. Oh, spoiler, I don't have a laser sight yet. I didn't check the loot, sorry. And here I'm admiring Josh's character I made. Actually looks pretty cool, especially as a sniper. Alright, so let me check the time here. Alright, join me next time for Operation Diamond Fist. It's going to be extract the VIP from Advent City. It is actually... my mic won't be muted next time, so I'll be talking during it instead of providing commentary. Go ahead and like, subscribe, or drop a comment to be in the character pool. So see you next time.